Can they hear us?
Yes.
Well, good evening, Overwatch fans. This is Bang on My Drums, and we're bringing y'all something a little different this evening. Tonight, it's going to be what we like to refer to as a replay stream, mostly because that's very literally what it is. There was a game that was actually played last night. It kind of got rescheduled last minute between Crimson Crusaders and Let Him Cook. So tonight, we are going to stream the replays of those three matches between those teams, those three maps, I should say. And we've got actually one of the members of Crimson Crusaders in here making his casting debut tonight with us. We've got Mr. Patty Shep, and tonight on cams will be the esteemed DDR Daikin Kai. So we're just getting everything set up. It's going to be a little bit wackier than usual as far as the PMA OWL standard technical difficulties are concerned. We will do our best to give you as smooth a viewing experience as possible. But that being said, first map is going to be Busan. So some classic King of the Hill action between the longtime stalwart of the league, Omnilus, and returning league old head, Reckless, with his first ever team captainship on Let Him Cook. So...
yeah.
Very excited to see these two teams duke it out tonight. And we've got some pretty impressive lineups on both sides. On Crimson Crusaders, you've got Omnilus and Minoru, two Masters-level players, surrounded by What's Poppin', Frontlash, and Trombone for this first map here. And then on the side of Let Him Cook, you've got Reckless, who has now reached top 500, next to Lindamood, Box 5 Robot, Patty Shep, and Macho Man. So we've got two lineups full of old and new players. And
this was my first match in the PMA OWL. And now
Yeah,
here
right.
I am casting it as well.
And listen, there's no time like the present to get your feet wet with a little casting. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how these three maps played out last night, because unfortunately I did not actually get to watch them when they happened. And Flatbed Fred in chat, love to see our buddies here to meme with us as we get things underway. And
I may have leaked a few of the results to some of the people who are watching. He's referencing there in chat.
Yeah, Jordan, I'm gonna ask that you can it, and no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Because I will mod abuse you. If you may remember, I have that power. That being said, we've got ourselves getting ready here on Busan, and I'd say, Micah, you were good to just go ahead and press that play button, and we'll do the thing. Gotta make sure the stream audio is up so I can actually hear what's happening. But yeah, we are good to go. We can just go ahead and just jump right in now, since we don't have to worry about setting lineups or coin flips. The map has already been selected, and the die has been cast. Their fate is sealed. As we get ready to go, we see the classic Frontlash Farmer C action coming out here. There's a Frontlash, a longtime member of the league, pretty much only known for his fair play. We see Reckless coming out on DPS here with Box 5 Robot on tank. Lindamood joining Reckless on the DPS, and then Patty Shep and Macho Man running the supports. We've got the Pharah plays already in action here. It looks like Omnilus and company will manage to get out just a little bit faster than Let Him Cook. Right now, Omnilus just kind of posturing here. He's going to charge right in and get that early pin on Macho Man. And, oh, man.
Such an aggressive Ryan player. He really gets value for those plays.
Absolutely. We see What's Poppin' following up with some nice picks there on the Ashe. And we see Box 5 just kind of trying to hang on here, but he is currently isolated with Omnilus just beating the living crap out of him. And meanwhile, Frontlash over on point there is going to get that first cap. And that is a very solid fight win. Very patient plays for Crimson Crusaders.
Very clean. They got in, they got the picks, they got the healers, and they got out.
Oh, and there's What's Poppin' getting a nice after pick there on Reckless. That is going to hurt. I'm honestly surprised to not see Reckless on support here, just because That is his best role by a long shot.
It's true that peak at that top 500 peak did come on the support role for him, but let's just say he's nothing to sneeze at on the DPS role either.
Oh, he's certainly not, but I think, you know, it's definitely, when you're playing your very first match, you want to make sure you've got your aces in their places, as the boomerism goes. And what a shatter from Omnilus! 2 instant kills. Reckless going down third there, and he's just gonna leave that Mei alone, let Lindemood get on out, but not Box 5 Robot. He's gonna get stuck, and that is going to hurt. The stagger of the baby diva, and Front Lash is gonna finish that off. Now approaching 60% capture progress. That was a big oof, ouch my bones.
That's a certified fat shat.
I would agree. Here we go, Front Lash. He's got Barrage here, so I would imagine we are going to see that coming out very soon. We've got 4 ults on the side of Crimson Crusaders. Now, let him cook. Not far behind. They got 3. We see they're going to start with Minoru launching the Amp Matrix here. And Box 5 Robot with a huge double kill. Taking out Trombone and was popping, but they still aren't able to walk forward because Patty Shep and Box 5 did actually end up going down there. Lindemood's going to pop out of that ice block and get a kill on Minoru, and it looks like that was just enough to stall Omnilus, who's now trapped behind an ice wall, and down he goes to Reckless. So a last-minute effort there is going to allow Let Him Cook to secure the point here.
And just in time, we see Crimson Crusaders got up to 92% on that first hold, so that's a really solid hold for them.
And it's going to make things very tricky for Let Him Cook because they have 4 ults. Let Him Cook has probably 3 here by the time this fight really gets underway, with Macho Man very close to his ult here. See right now, Reckless just trying to take some pot shots. He's probably got a beat on wherever Front Lash is getting off to, but not sure. I mean, meanwhile, Omnilus with another massive shatter, and that's going to be 3 kills. Reckless gets nobody except for the Immortality field there, so not a whole lot of value. Trombone's going to res What's Poppin'. Just between What's Poppin' and the Pharah, he's got so many good targets to pocket on that Mercy, and that is going to be a solid fight win for Crimson Crusaders, and that is round number 1 going to them.
Yeah, they definitely showed a lot of good coordination there. Omnilus was playing a great game, keeping the back line zoned off, making sure that he wasn't giving up ground for free. That farmer seat, man, it's tough to deal with sometimes.
It really is, and I think, you know, we saw Reckless swap over to the cast to more immediately deal with the Pharah, but realistically, I like the fact that Box 5 swapped to the Diva, but I don't think he spent as much time as he maybe could have diving that farmer seat. And I think really just diving that Mercy in particular and just taking her out of the equation is really what's going to do them the most good there. We're going to see how this plays out here.
That support out of the air.
Yeah, Mercy, especially right now, considering the changes haven't gone through yet, with the dead for you know, the fact that that healing below 50% makes her very annoying to deal with. Yeah. And we see some good high ground being taken here by Box 5 Robot, but right now Front Lash just doing a great job of challenging that. We see Front Lash going down there, nice shot there by Lindemood. You see this. The res is going to come out
from Trombone,
and that is just not going to quite be enough. It looks like once again Crimson Crusader is going to take that first point here, but Omnilus now in pretty deep. Although Box 5 Robot is purple, then Omnilus is going to finish him off along with Macho Man there, and that is just
great play from Minoru. Just set
big ouchies. And here we go.
Now we got the famous Mercy Pocket on the Ashe. Gives you the one-tap headshot on the Widowmaker, and hurts a hell of a lot on other squishies too.
You see here, Lindemood though, he's got some angles, and oh no, What's Poppin' wins that duel. That is big bone-hurting juice if I ever saw it. But down goes Omnilus here, gotten a little bit aggressive, and Box 5 Robot's going to capitalize on that now, having swapped to the Ramatra here. We see he's now on point, but he's by himself. His team is not with him. They were still kind of dealing with that Ashe Mercy up on the high ground. We see What's Poppin' now throws the dynamite in, but he's Gonna be a little bit alone here, and Box 5 is just gonna take him out rather soundly. And now Omnilus is back, just swinging into that Ramatra. Box 5 having to back up here.
With the cage.
Oh, and just not quite enough to get the Mercy. She was so low, but nobody else was looking at her besides Box 5. And she is going to live for that. We see what's poppin's Bob is... Or sorry, Reckless's Bob is going to take out Trombone. And there's Lindamood getting a nice pick on Omnilus, but what's poppin's going to...
Bob was able to capture the point for him.
You know, having the 6th man is important.
No one.
You see, this is looking a little bit better for Let Him Cook right now. And look at that boob kill on Patty Shep. Oh, man.
Oh,
that
no.
has gotta hurt.
Man, who falls for bait like that? Going around an Ash, around an environmental? Gosh, what a fool.
You know, it just, it feels bad, man. It really does.
Yeah, I will say, I'm good friends with What's Poppin', and I thought I had him, and he got me good. So, here's to you, Mac. Nice play.
And here we go. We see Box 5 Robot has Annihilation up here. So I'm sure he's going to be looking to use that soon to get the pick on Front Lash early. That's going to be very helpful. Omnilus stops just short. I don't know if that's quite where Box 5 Robot meant to place that shield, but here comes the Annihilation. It's just Bob was really on point along with Omnilus here. And meanwhile, Omnilus is going to take out Macho Man early in this fight here. Minoru is going to help take out Patty Shep, so that is another really important kill. Omnilus just having free reign right now with this Valkyrie from Trombone. There's just really nothing that's contesting them. And that is going to be a solid point flip there for Crimson Crusaders. Now, right now, things...
Take the percentage lead.
Not by much, though.
Yeah,
you guys have...
close to that 100%.
Let Him Cook's got 70%. They've got Amp Matrix. Reckless will probably have Bob mid-fight here, so they've got to contend with the Nano, Shatter, and the Barrage. So that's definitely a tricky ult fight here as far as Crimson Crusaders are concerned. They've got the advantage here, and they're going to take full advantage of that. Look at that. The Shatter, the Fire Strike, the Charge, and that is going to be point number 1 going to Crimson Crusaders. Now, unfortunately, we don't have plays of the game because we are watching replays, so tell us in chat, who would you like to pick for tonight's first pot G? I'm going to say it was probably that last Shatter there at the end by Omnilus. That one was rather fat. He got several kills off it immediately. Oh, there it is. The charge on Box 5 Robot. See, I saw Micah trying to wind back to that a little bit.
I tried.
But we try. Anyway, on to map number 2. We just got to go grab ourselves some replay codes. Oh, and Liz redeeming a highlighted message saying, "Happy birthday, Patrick." So, Patty Shep, is it your birthday today? Is that correct?
That is true. Today is my 27th birthday.
Well, happy birthday, buddy.
Well, thank you. I couldn't think of a better way to be spending it than watching some OW.
Really?
No, that's not true at all. But I am having a good time.
I'm glad to hear it. And Bardo,
and thank you very much, Killer Lizard.
And Bardo, I can see you in chat, and you've got to remember I'm older than you, so that's not going to work on me.
He was there when the lore was written.
I do not cite the deep magic to me, witch.
All right, second map, Blizzard World coming.
Oh yes,
here.
Blizzard Warudo, as they say.
Indeed.
That is probably my favorite of the hybrid maps.
I do love Blizzard World.
And the thing is, everybody in this league loves to just go gluck, gluck, gluck for fucking King's Row. But let's be real. Blizzard World is way more fun. It just is. I will argue that
visually, definitely a lot more fun.
Yes.
King's Row. And
that's what matters. So here we go. We see What's Poppin' in Front Lash not changing a damn thing, and neither should they. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
There you go. We see Macho Man on the... We got Reckless on the Ana this time. Macho Man running the Bastion.
Yeah, I think they heard you, took your advice. Even though this happened yesterday. Let's pretend.
Listen, you know, when in doubt, you can always use more gun. I have said this in actual games I have played. I was like, you know what? I think we just need more gun, and then I swapped to Bastion. It's not very often.
The idea here is to try to counter that Reinhardt from having so much free play, but see here that Omnilus is actually switched off to the Ramatra, so
yeah, and
one
that
step
one
ahead of us.
And that is definitely, you know, if you can get a good aggressive Ramatra that's getting pocketed the way Omnilus is with him and Minoru, I mean, that is really tough to play against. We see Lindenwood swapping over to the Soldier here, Box for 5, going to the Diva, which I love, especially for this first point. It's going to allow him to take that high ground away from the Ashe and the Pharah. There's one thing about Front Lash is he's just sitting there. He's not really going very far, and oh, see, look, there's the early pick that you need. And there's Lindenwood trying to poke at the Mercy. He looks like they are going to get that res off on Front Lash, but getting that off early in the fight is very helpful. So solid plays from Box 5 Robot. It's forcing Crimson Crusaders back a little bit here. And now falling back towards point, waiting for the rest of their team to catch up. We see Front Lash going off to the high right side here. And here comes the Annihilation coming out now from Omnilus. That is going to be a fight they're just going to have to back right on out of here, because I don't think they're going to get too much progress in there. Listing, he's got it on a 10-second cooldown. Oh, look at that, Box 5 Robot charging in Nanoed. So just waiting out that Ramatra ult was a huge play there, and there's the Diva Bomb from Box 5. That's going to take out Front Lash. Omnilus is there, but he's big form and not long for this world, and that is a solid round, solid fight coming out now from Let Him Cook.
Yeah, big plays from Box 5 Robot on there on the Diva. Gets a nice bomb in position after getting a couple picks beforehand. Beautiful.
Flatbed Frank saying he's got PTSD from Omnilus and from Ramatra. I mean, yeah. Listen, as soon as he got released, Omnilus was playing him like daily for hours. So, honestly, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching the league last year, and he was scary. He was scary to watch, and you know what? I'll say he was scary to play against too.
He absolutely was and is. And we see now Omnilus once again here guarding that res, allowing Front Lash to get that, and just getting the big punchy form off here, and he's going to end up taking out Macho Man. Looks like he kind of got caught out when the rest of the team sort of fell back to point there. We see Lindenwood popping the visor, takes out Trombone, but Wes Poppin's going to respond with the dynamite and some help from Omnilus there. And Omnilus now slept behind the cart, but right now not much that he can really do besides that. And here comes the Bastion ult from Macho Man, and that is not going to get any immediate effect there, but it does allow some space to be made as the cart is going to start pushing forward here. And now Omnilus just trying his best here, holding that front line, just stopping Let Him Cook from getting too much forward progress here. Front Lash is going to weave in and around.
He's got another Annihilation up and ready to go.
Yeah, and he's getting nanoed too.
There.
That is just so much damage. Man, that is a quad kill.
That has got to be one of the strongest ultimate combinations in the game right now.
Yeah, I'd say that is probably accurate. I can't think of anything. I mean, Nano Blade obviously is incredibly strong and has been around for a long time, but I'd argue that Nano Annihilation is worse.
Well, especially after the nerfs on Blade came through, so that it's only doing 110 damage, even when you Nano boost it, you're not always going to be able to melt through your targets like you want to.
Nah, definitely not. And we see right now, Box 5 Robot doing a really good job of just harassing Minoru here, but Reckless is... and Macho Man, Lindenwood going down here. Wes Poppin and Front Lash just having a field day. Even though Minoru is being targeted so hard, it's just the rest of his team is kind of being ignored. And now Box 5 is just kind of out here by himself. And unfortunately getting a little separated. And I think if he's going to keep playing this Diva, I think the rest of his team might serve from playing some slightly divier DPS here. I think it might actually help Macho Man to swap off of the Bastion, just since they're not playing as much of a frontline comp otherwise. They've got Soldier, who realistically is more of a flanker than anything else now. And I think we see, you know, we've got Reckless on the Baptiste to help deal with that Pharah, but that's kind of only one piece of the puzzle here.
Yeah, it's true. When you've got a lot of strong players on the opposite team, sometimes getting tunnel vision on, know, getting tunnel vision on the pharmacy, for example, or on the supports can lead you wide open to some other angles.
And we see Box 5 Robot getting demeched early there, and that is going to hurt. Lindemood pops his little sody pop, keeps himself in the fight here as he's having that duel with Front Lash on the high ground. Oh no, the justice reigns from above, and Lindemood gets shut down. Follow-up from Front Lash on Box 5 Robot, who is still demeched. And he's going to just follow right after Patty Shep there, but not quite going to get it as Macho Man was there to defend. Oh, and down goes What's Poppin'. Nice pick there from Macho Man. We see a few shots coming out here now. Lindemood swapping over to the Ash, which I definitely do not hate. We got a big bomb coming out here from Box 5 Robot. It's going to create a little space. And there's Farrah going down once again, but they've got to look for that Mercy because she is going to go for that res, and she gets it almost immediately. And we see Omnilus goes down. That Amp Matrix from Reckless just shredding him immediately. And we see Bob is there trying to get some kills, but What's Poppin's Bob not going to get the value today, although Purple and the Dynamite from combination of Minoru and What's Poppin', that is going to hurt, and Reckless is going to eventually get taken down. And in overtime, that is going to end round number 1.
Indeed, that's a great hold from Crimson Crusaders. They're able to stop them before point 2 in that Streets phase where you got some nice high ground to hold. And they're able to just run out the clock.
Here we go. Now it's time for the defense, and I'm calling it here. I think Box 5 is probably going to swap back to the Reinhardt. And that will allow them to be a little... I think that'll allow them to be a little bit brawlier. So no spoilers here in chat, because I know some of you know, including you, Patrick. No spoilers.
I don't want to say anything.
But I think that may be the play for them, is I think just do the brawl here on defense. Maybe, you know, honestly, I mean, Box 5 plays a good Ramatra. There it is. He's got the Ramatra. We get Macho Man back on the Bastion. We have the Kiriko and the Baptiste, which I think are very solid picks here.
Yeah, I think the Kiriko, not to toot my own horn, but I think that's a good pick to counter the Ana. Minoru's getting a lot of value off of those anti-nades.
And we see we've got Omnilus getting cocky. He's going to run the Doom Fist out of the gate here. That is definitely not his best tank. I know for a fact it's one that he has probably played the least. It's not to say he can't play Doom Fist, but I know that it's one that
flex the One Punch Man skin. He's got the St. Thomas skin on. He's looking good.
He spent his whole $20 or whatever on it. Yeah. So, you know, gotta flex, like you said. And we see an early slow field coming out there from Matra, so that's going to make his life a little bit harder. So honestly, this is a good play.
Playing really far back, just staying.
Honestly, especially running the Bastion and the Baptiste, that's what you got to do. And they've got the Ash, so everything that they're doing, they want Crimson Crusaders to walk into them, because that's how they get the most damage. That's how they get the most value, is by people diving them and making mistakes. And we see right now, oh man, Reckless getting taken out early by Omnilus. Front Lash is going to follow up there. Minoru even helping with a pick there on Patty Shep. And there's Omnilus. He's low, but just not dying. And Front Lash is going to follow up with some help from Omnilus there. And that's going to be probably a point capture right there for Crimson Crusaders. It appears I spoke too soon on Dustin's Doomfist. I did not expect that to go as well for him as it did.
I don't think Let Him Cook was expecting it, or at least I wasn't last night when he popped in on the back line there. Whew, caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I think I would actually like to see Reckless swap to the Ana here, especially with that Doomfist. Just give himself some form of escape other than his moon shoes, like other than just jumping. Like having the CC, the purple, the sleep. You know, that would really just do him a lot of good here. But right now, he's going to stick to that Baptiste, and Front Lash and company are going to walk on forward here. See Front Lash just plugging away with those rockets. Macho Man was purple, and I think he might have even been dynamited there, but you see Omnilus now swapping over to the Reinhardt for second point. Then we see, Lindemood getting picked off early by Front Lash. Omnilus is going to charge in, doesn't quite get the pin there on Patty Shep, and for some reason the replay ended just a little bit early there. But I think that was because we had the point. pins in there.
able to
Unfortunately, just
push
nobody
us
on
all
point. And that is going to do it. Yep. Wears those last couple of meters down, and that is the end of map number 2. The W once again going to Crimson Crusaders. And I definitely think if there was a Pot G, it would be going to Dustin again. That one nano annihilation where he got a quad kill pretty much on his own, just insanity there. Just get Minoru press Q, and then Dustin just kind of ran at them.
Holy, you know what they say? Just press Q to win.
Indeed, just balls to the wall. One of mine and Dustin's mutual friends loves to call that alt the admin override, which I think is pretty accurate, especially in that case when you add the nano into the mix there.
Oh yeah.
So with that, folks,
doesn't matter what you're doing. You're getting overridden.
Basically, yeah. So with that, folks, it's now 2-0, and that's going to take us to map number 3. So we're going to just whip out those replay codes real quick and see where we're headed next. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what the map order or anything is this week.
If I remember correctly, we are heading to Coliseo.
Yep, and it's push. I love that when Flame Chaser, the games manager, put the map rotations in for this week, he wrote push, and on the maps available for push, he just wrote because there are only 3 maps to choose from.
It is.
So here we go.
Relatively new game mode. Not a lot of choices yet.
So you see once again, Omnilus and company going to stick with basically the same comp, although we see Minoru running the Lucio here instead of the Ana on attack, which I don't hate, just for the sake of just carting Omnilus around, especially with the work Trombone's been putting in, pocketing the 2 DPS players. We see Box 5 Robot's going to run the Junker Queen here, which I definitely don't hate either, although he's taken a lot of damage here early, so it's going to make his life a little bit harder. We see Reckless once again on the Baptiste, Lindamoon on the Ashe, Macho Man still on that trusty Bastion. We see a big Dynamite coming out there from Lindamoon. It's going to get quite a lot of people. Nora going to have to pop that amp here, try and get the fight started, and Lindamoon getting pinned. That is going to hurt. Omnilus once again just giving him the old razzle-dazzle and swinging away, and that is pretty much a team kill. Oh no, we see Box 5 surviving a little bit longer, and there it is with the kill streak, and Trombone's going to get that quick res on Front Lash, and away we go. That robot just trundling along, getting that barrier moving. And I still have yet to understand what the lore is. What the lore is behind this game mode. Like, why is he pushing this one single barricade?
Pushing is good exercise.
They say exercise is good for your joints. Is the line there? So, Reckless getting a nice pick on Front Lash. Fully expecting to see that res if they're able to get it off. Oh, and the counter stun here coming out from Omnilus is going to stop Box 5 Robot from getting in. You see Omnilus managing to take out Patty Shep, so right now, Let Him Cook are definitely behind as far as members of their teams here go, but we see Wes Poppin's going to even the tide pretty quickly there. Omnilus going to get some picks in the action as well with that little fire strike he tosses in right at the end. The robot already hitting the halfway point of the push there, which now gives...
getting some great value out of that bomb and securing them that forward spawn positioning, which is super helpful.
Here we go.
These maps are so long and spread out, it helps you get back so much faster.
We see Omnilus pretty close to another shatter here. Box 5 Robot's got his. We got a total of 4 ults on the side to Let Him Cook, so I think, some... Oh no, the shatter! But the Suzu canceling for the most part, but Wes Poppin still throwing the dynamite in there. Macho Man's gonna return fire though. That's gonna help take out Wes Poppin, and Omnilus is gonna charge right into him. Just no fear and a dream. He does finally get picked off by Reckless. He was low health for a very long time there, considering how many people were looking at him. So here we go. Finally, we see some life out of Let Him Cook. Box 5 Robot leading the charge here as the rest of his team starts to get that robot going in the correct direction for them to get some progress here. And see, Macho Man's going to lead things off. A little volley from the artillery strike there. And, oh, Omnilus getting picked off, but here comes a barrage from Frontlash, sneaking into the back line. It's going to get two. West Poppin going to follow up for two more on his own. The res from Trombone is going to res Omnilus, and that is going to take Box 5 Robot out of the fight, and that is a team kill for Crimson Crusaders.
Yeah, that's a great play from Frontlash there, just to really quickly get into the back line and just unload on them before they had any chance to make a push.
And that's something that anybody playing against that team is going to have to watch out for. If you are not paying attention to your flanks, Frontlash will take advantage of them, and in spectacular fashion. Here we go, once again, just kind of hanging out here, making some moves. We see he's trying to poke through the side here. There's that Ant Matrix coming out from Reckless, trying to get his team some extra damage in there. We see the Valkyrie coming out, but Omnilus going to respond with another Shatter. Down goes Reckless, down goes Macho Man, and that is going to be another team wipe for Crimson Crusaders as they push the robot through the final meters here on the second half of this push. Right now, see Box 5 Robot just getting all the way out there.
Looks like,
and here comes the Kitsune Rush. Here. They've got the Bastion coming out there. He's shredding people, trying to get kills. Takes out Minoru, but he goes down. Minoru's going to get res by Trombone. West Poppin goes down to Lindamoon. It's final moments here, but that Bob coming out there from West Poppin's going to do a lot to help out here as Lindamoon is caught in a corner by Omnilus. And we see in the meantime here, Box 5 Robot is there, trying to make something happen. He gets the Shatter kill on Trombone. Follows up on Omnilus, who was low health there and basically alone. And down goes Frontlash, but not before taking Macho Man down with him. 5 minutes to go, and the robot once again turning around here. Now, meanwhile, Omnilus and company have the forward spawn advantage here. So that means that Let Him Cook is going to have to take a fight very soon here, and they have nothing as far as ults go, whereas Frontlash has got a barrage, and Omnilus will have another Shatter here in no time. They've definitely got to play things safe, maybe try and draw out that barrage early and take Frontlash out when he tries to get too cocky. We see, oh no, Macho Man getting picked off first. That is going to really hurt. And there's the barrage that's going to get two right away. Almost gets a third, but Reckless managed to pop the Immortality Field, but down goes Frontlash, but not before Box 5 Robot also getting taken out of the fight there. Trombone once again gonna get that reg, and the late stagger on Reckless. That is going to really hurt for Let Him Cook.
Yeah,
once again,
let them reset this robot, make sure they keep forward spawn, and give them a great position for this next fight.
See the robot once again moving forward here. See the Bastion spam just plugging away. And no, Box 5 Robot manages to just catch Omnilus there, and Lindamoon now on the Cassie here is going to pick off Frontlash. Oh no, he gets punched out of his Shatter!
Cook. Oh, what a great cancel from Box 5.
Absolutely massive plays. Box 5 just doing what he can to try and take care of Omnilus, but the beat coming out from Minoru is going to keep his team in this fight. An absolutely clutch defensive play there. Patty Shep going down here, but so does Omnilus. Frontlash getting picked off by Reckless here. And now Box 5 Robot is going to yeet West Poppin' off the face of the earth there. And that has got to hurt. 3 minutes to go in the map here. And Let Him Cook, they do have their advantage now as far as pushing the robot, but they still have yet to get any distance. So they have got their work cut out for them here. The important thing is just that they stay grouped together here and not be too hasty with anything, although... Oh, look at that. Reckless getting picked off early by Frontlash. That has got to hurt. And, oh, yeah, Patty Shep, that is...
Again, and he got value.
Oh, man. Lindamoon's managing to respond with a couple of picks. He gets the Deadeye off, takes out Trombone, but down he goes to Frontlash. And Omnilus going to help following up here on the Box 5 Robot and the Bastion there as well. Some help from West Poppin'. Oh, man. Reckless just peeking out and just massacring Frontlash there, who's just going to get rezzed immediately. 2 minutes to go now. Frontlash has got that ult, so does West Poppin'. Trombone's got the Valkyrie here. See Frontlash once again getting taken out by Lindamoon here. So big picks there for Let Him Cook. Now they're winning the fight a little bit further away from their spawn, which is good. Finally moving things in the right direction here, just trying to get some forward progress. You see What's Poppin' managing to narrowly avoid getting punched, and we see the Kitsune Rush gets shattered. The Suzu saves several, but not everyone. The Bob is out there as well. What's Poppin' and company just absolutely terrifying with the ults they're throwing out right now. Minute and a half to go, and the robot once again pushing forward in favor of Crimson Crusaders here. See Front Lash just taking that sneaky high ground here. He's going to try and make something out of it. You see Box 5 jumping up to contest him, so he's going to have to bail out, at least for now. And there's a big punch, but it gets canceled by the charge from Omnilus. And here comes the Am Matrix, and Lindamood's going to take out Trombone early, so that's going to be good for that fight. Here comes the Doomfist ult. He's not going to get anyone immediately, but Omnilus does get followed up on, and down he goes. And 1 minute to go, and the robot is turning around. Lindamood's still looking for that Front Lash, who did manage to get away. And it looks like he is going to get out. Let's see. No, Lindamood's not, he's not interested in chasing that. He just wants to get his team moving, which is definitely the right call there, because at close range, it's a 50-50 shot whether or not you get one shot by a rocket.
Yep.
Oh, Lindamood's
been found by Lindamood now. He got him.
Oh, got him with the sticky. The blicky, as it were. Oh, man. Macho Man, though, getting charged down by Omnilus. That is going to really hurt. See, now he's just chasing down Lindamood. Oh, the Jedi doesn't do quite enough to kill him.
Takes him to 10 health. That's gotta hurt.
Oh, he does eventually fall up and take him out, but right now the robot's still trying to move forward, and Let Him Cook is now very much clinging on for dear life here as they finally get the robot to their barricade.
An easy 130-meter overtime push, right? No problem.
Listen, crazier things have happened. Not saying it's impossible,
hey,
but
no spoilers. No spoilers from me.
It is by no means easy here, folks. Oh no, he just barely missed stunning Omnilus out of that shatter. Oh, that is unfortunate. Just didn't quite land it in time, and Omnilus is going to get the value there, taking Reckless out early.
Trade.
And there's Lindamood going down here as well. What's Poppin' with that Bob's going to get two. And here comes the Meteor Strike. Box 5 Robot trying to hold on to this point. Macho Man's going to shred Omnilus, who was punched there by Box Robot, but down goes Macho Man, the final res, and that is going to do it, folks. The 3-0 victory going to Crimson Crusaders.
Yeah, great game played by Crimson Crusaders there. And some not bad play out from Let Him Cook as well. I'm excited to see how we'll do for the rest of the season, but I think Crimson Crusaders is going to be a team to watch.
Yeah, I think there's, as there is with every season, and I'll say this, Patrick, because obviously I've been in the league for quite a while. Sometimes the teams that don't do so well in the beginning are the ones you actually have to watch out for the most coming into the playoffs. I mean, there was a team last season who didn't win a single game all season and then got to the semifinals of the playoffs last season. So,
that's true. A lot of things can change over the course of, 8 weeks?
Yeah, and what they say, any given Monday through Friday, we stream. It can happen. And it can happen to you, watching out there, who might also be members of the league. That being said, we can go ahead and wrap it on up here. And just keep an eye out, because tomorrow will be another installment of the FIMU Alpha Overwatch League. We will be watching Dallas Dojo 2, or whatever the heck exactly it is that Fox M decided to name his team, because I forget. And they will be facing Grand Slams. So the Fox MV Flame Chaser matchup that I know everybody is going to be looking forward to here. There's going to be some high-octane action in that game tomorrow. So be sure to tune in. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central, all that good stuff. This is Banging My Drums, Patty Shep, and DDR Dyke and Kai saying we'll catch you on the flip side.